What's going on, people? Anthony back again, and today it's Saturday. I'm in beautiful Sarasota, Florida, and I got a wedding with a ceremony, cocktail, and reception. And this property that I'm on for this event is absolutely stunningly beautiful. Can't wait for you to see my load in and everything. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe, hit that like button, help your boy out. Here we go. All right. They just built this barn for this event. I mean, it's for their property, but their first event here is gonna be the wedding. I'm actually set up on this wall. You can see that this event space is pretty big. The ceremony starts in about 4 hours, so they got a lot of tables and stuff to post, but we're about to load in. Here we go. What up, peeps? I wanted to show my load in and setup during this video because I'm always trying to refine my process to get even more efficient and faster at what I'm doing. From prepping the cables to come out of my gig bag to go exactly where they're supposed to go, whether it be my left sub and top or my right sub and top. You'll also know that I label the ends of each of my cables so that I know exactly where they hook up without any thought. I also want to focus on having a clean, professional setup. That's why you can see in this video, I'm using the gravity cable clips to help hide my cables from being seen. And this is where having your cable ends labeled comes in handy, because when it comes time to hook up to that mixer or one of those ports, you know exactly where each cable end goes. Now, I'm sure that there are faster ways to doing things than what I'm doing. So if you know those faster ways, do me a favor, drop it in the comments. That way I can take a look and maybe implement it to my process. Once again, I'm here cleaning up the cables, making sure that they're clipped into those clips. That way you don't see them from pictures or videos. There's too many times I'm watching somebody's video and I see cables just going everywhere off of trusses, speakers. Clean them up. All right, we're all loaded in for reception. Haven't set up my ceremony yet, about to do that here in a minute, but let's take a look at this reception set. All right, this is the pre-area. I mean, this is absolutely gorgeous. They haven't set the chairs out or anything. Obviously, our bride and groom are gonna be getting married right up there. This is the barn that they are gonna be coming out of, and then they're gonna be coming out of that opening right there. So the biggest thing for me is I need to make sure that my speakers and my setup are completely out of any photo shots. I do not want to be in any of those. This isn't my photo shoot. So what I'm thinking is, because everybody's going to come from right up there, they're going to walk through here. Chairs are going to be on both sides. They're going to walk up here. Most of your photographers are going to set up somewhere around here, grab everybody, and then with the sunlight, they're probably going to be sitting on this side. So what I'm going to do is in this little shade corner right back over here, I'm probably going to set up on the side of this tree, maybe even more in the back. So that way I'm completely out of photos. I don't think my speakers will have any issues hitting anything that we're gonna do. They'll be completely out of the shot. Here we go. All right, I thought that we were recording my entire ceremony setup, but I wasn't. I just had the pivot, which is the rotating head on, and it was following me the whole time, but I wasn't recording. So we're gonna walk through the ceremony setup right now. You can see I have an E-verse 8 over there, E-verse 8 over there, with a speaker pole underneath and scrim. I am running one XLR from that speaker, one XLR from that speaker, all the way over. Here's my small table. Underneath, I have the Blue Yeti battery pack right here, which I forgot to turn off. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off now. All right, pretty sure we turned it off. We'll find out. So Blue Yeti battery pack. I always bring an extra table skirt with me, if my first table scrim is damaged or disgusting, and then B, if I'm in hot weather, then I can just cover up my setup. That way it doesn't overheat or anything like that. But today we're rocking the Mackie Small Pro Effects mixer. Now, I do have the what is it? The QSC Touch 8 now, but I've been having a hard time putting the new update on there, so it was asking for a USB. I didn't have a USB because it's 2026. I ordered one, it came in. I just have to put the update on the QSC Touch Mix, and then I can start using it for my ceremonies. But we got the Furman Power Conditioner. We got 2 SLXD mics, and of course, if you're gonna have the mics, you need to have the lapel mics, the lavaliers. So I have a lapel ready to go for the Efficient, and then I'm gonna be using the same channel to make announcements after the Efficient is done. That way I can direct everybody to the cocktail hour. And then the other mic is gonna sit over there, which we'll walk to in a minute. And the Efficient is gonna pass the other mic from the mic stand to the couple so that they can do their vows in front of everybody. Other than that, we already did sound check. We got the half-wave antennas. This is a pretty robust system. It sucks because I just upgraded to all SLXDs, and then the SLXD Plus microphones came out. So as of now, I'm sticking with these, but you know, probably later on down the line, I do anticipate to move to the SLXD Pluses. Here we go. Right here is gonna be where our microphone that we use is. I obviously should probably go get a holder. It's in my bag right now. That way we're ready to go. Last thing you wanna do is be looking for a holder when the bride and groom are up here about to walk down the aisle. It's important to always get to your gigs early and make sure that you got all your gear and bring backups. And this turkey over here is nuts. Look at him. He's just hanging out. Let's get it. I just talked to the groom, and they had basically the reception, the pre-dinner last night where they did the walkthrough and all that stuff. And you could tell that he was a little bit concerned with how they were going to do introductions and walk in. I'm going to be honest, when I do my final meeting with them, I gloss over it. I don't really beat in the details that much, only because they're probably going to forget it 9 times out of 10. All right, this is what I really meant in this portion of the video. Usually when I do their final meeting, it's about 10 days out from the start of their event. So I usually go over the process. If they have ceremony, like in this video, what the ceremony process is, the cocktail process, and then the reception through dinner process, all the way up through dancing. But when it comes to the nitty-gritty, like setting up the intros, in the final meeting, I just say, hey, at about 5 minutes out from intro start, that's when I'm gonna get your bridal party in order. And then once we're on site, I'm gonna give you all the specific details about when to walk out, so forth and so on. Now, in this video, we're on site because I know if I give them the nitty-gritty details, they're going to forget, or they're probably going to call me 4 to 5 times, being nervous, asking me questions, which is fine. But I've just learned over the time that I've been doing this that it's just a lot easier to generalize in the final meeting when it comes to doing these intros. And then when I get on site, I'll be a lot more descriptive. So in this video, once we're on site, you'll notice I'm getting everybody lined up in the order in which that they requested based on the questionnaire that I sent them, and then I built up a script that we review in the final meeting. So, for example, I get the bridal party set up, that way the bride and groom's last. I tell them all the cues once we're out there on site, when you need to come in, when I'm gonna allow the next person to come in, the pacing for people, all that stuff is done on site. That way, they only have to remember it for those 5 minutes up until we start intros. And then it saves all the calls, all the worry, and it also, just like I say in the video, lets them know that I got complete control of this. There you go. All right, ceremony's about 15 minutes out. It's game time. Here we go. All right, people, ceremony's over. We're about halfway through cocktail. I'll just give you some advice. I don't know if I've been doing it that long to give anybody advice, but For example, building rapport and building relationship with your couple, super important, right? My couple are over taking photos. They are trying to rush through everything. I kind of had to tell them, slow down, take it all in. They would have been starting intros an hour early, but it looked like their photographer had a whole bunch of other shots that they still needed to get. So I went over there, I put them at ease. They don't do this as much as I do. I said, hey, enjoy yourself, send your maid of honor to go get you guys some drinks, enjoy pictures, and then we'll get started here shortly. But we're about 30 minutes out from intros. Can't wait to show you how those go. Almost tripped up over everything. And it looks like the turkey went back to sleep or something, but here we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear the sound of my voice, somebody say yeah. Yeah. All right, if you're ready to party tonight, somebody say oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Anthony, your MC and DJ this evening, and welcome to Olga and Ben's home in Sarasota, Florida. But we're all here for really one reason. So this is what I need everybody to do. When I announce these individuals coming in this building, I need you to make enough noise where they can hear us in Tampa. Are we good? Yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the introduction of our bridal party. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Danny and Ian. Let me see you put your hands together for Lucia and Michael. And keep that energy, make some noise for Andrew and Noah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to stand up if you're able. Stand up if you're able, and we are going to give them the biggest warm welcome tonight to make the most noise. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together and make some noise for Abigail and Kai Strong.
All right, peeps, intros are done. Our bride and groom are sitting down. Dinner is just now served. Cocktail went really good. Didn't seem like we had a lot of people trying to get crazy, so hopefully that changes here in a little bit. But bride and groom are sitting down eating. We got a jazz playing for dinner, and we got a lot still to go. We got toasts in about 45 minutes, and then we should be getting into dancing shortly after that. Let's get it.
We're going to celebrate love tonight. The dance floor is officially open. We have a new bride and groom. We ask that you join them. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Anthony, and let's take it away. listen to me. The window is over there. The wall is over there. Where's the window? Where's the wall? Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it.
All right, absolutely smashed it. I'm in the bathroom changing out of my suit into my work attire, and then I'm gonna pack up and I gotta drive an hour and a half home. But it's all worth it when you have nights like these. So here we go. Packed up. Took me roughly about 51 minutes to get packed up. Not bad for having 2 pillars and it was just me by myself. But packed up, got about an hour and a half drive home. Probably gonna hit a Waffle House. Y'all have a good night.